Hi everyone, welcome. So we are discussing the Neptune in Pisces transit. This transit started on April 4th, 2011, and as soon as this transit started, Neptune was making a sextile to Pluto. This is important because as Neptune transits through the sign of Pisces for the past 15 years, it has a lot of conversations with the outer planets. Neptune officially moved into Pisces on February 3rd, 2012, and it stayed there until March 30th, 2025. The last transits of Neptune in Pisces started from October 22nd, 2025, and will finish on January 26, 2026. This will be the end of Neptune's 15-year period that I like to call Blue Dream in Pisces. Now, because Neptune was home in Pisces, its powers were infinite. And we got to see the rise of social media and how everyone else is interconnected now because of the fact that Neptune has passed through its home. It's made things very clear. A lot of awareness to pollution and the ocean and what's happening to the animals and the environment has been also another wake-up call of Neptune. Music and becoming a celebrity has also been a part of Neptune's transit because now Neptune has basically intertwined everyone, so we all are connected just through our phones. So Neptune has definitely shown us different talents from all around the world, and it continues to do so. So Neptune is very interesting because I was looking at its transits and I noticed that Neptune trines Saturn in Scorpio from 2012 to 2013. As Saturn moved forward through the zodiac, Neptune and Saturn kept the conversation going. Sometimes the conversations were good and sometimes the conversations were bad. But the reality was that we couldn't really hide from what was really happening in the world. So, because Saturn rules reality and Neptune rules a dream, some people decided to live in a dream world, which was the internet, and others were living in reality. And some people decided to blend the two and make their dreams into realities, and others their nightmares. Neptune continued and squared Saturn in Sagittarius from 2014 to 2016. At this time, there was tension. There needed to be some type of flexibility. Make sure that you're checking to see in your chart where Neptune is, where Pisces cusp is in your chart, so you can see where Neptune is transiting and what area of your life was really affected by this blue dream. So with this tension that Neptune gave to Saturn while it was in Sagittarius from 2014 to 2016, something had to be done. There needed to be some type of change. Saturn continued and moved into the sign of Capricorn, where Pluto was, which is where Neptune first started its journey with. Neptune started to speak to Pluto first. And now, the fact that Saturn and Neptune had been having these conversations, and now Saturn is in the sign where Pluto is, there's definitely going to be some type of change. Saturn and Neptune had a sextile conversation from 2018 to 2020. And this also added Jupiter in the background. So a lot of the bad boys were talking to Neptune. Everyone was speaking to Neptune. It was important that Neptune communicated with everyone and made sure that there was an understanding. Some type of invisible contract was being written between Saturn and Neptune, and Capricorn for sure. So think back to that time. Neptune continued to talk to Saturn as Saturn moved into the sign of Aquarius, and Neptune sent a semi-sextile to Saturn from 2022 to 2023. Neptune was getting closer to meeting Saturn as Saturn moved closer. So as these two are having these conversations, Neptune is dissolving all boundaries. And remember, we're all interconnected now through our phones. So this is making a big difference. A lot of things are being made aware into our consciousness, as Neptune is sensitizing us as well. Neptune also sensitized us with the rise of drugs and drugs being made legal in a lot of different countries. Drugs that were basically narcotics before. So as Neptune semi-sextile Saturn in Aquarius, more things began to happen. And I think as it moved forward, the closing was happening at the same time as a new beginning was beginning. So we moved to Neptune having its conversation with the planet Saturn in the sign of Pisces now. Because now Saturn has basically caught up to Neptune, and from 2023 up until 2026, this conversation is going to be very, very tight. And they're going to actually conjunct and form a Cazimi aspect on February 14th through the 16th of 2026. These whole transit of Neptune to me has been a real dream into reality. Think back in your life to what was happening when Neptune moved in to Pisces. Was there some part of your life that became like a dream? Was there some type of nightmare that became a reality? What did you do? The dates that I just gave you will kind of assist you with that. The theme of Neptune, the real theme of Neptune, is the hangman. Are you really a victim to your circumstances, or did you become your own hero? So this is what you want to look at when you're looking at this Neptune transit. I just really wanted to talk about this as Neptune is finishing its reign in its domicile in Pisces. We won't have this again in our lifetime for those of us that are a certain age. And it's very important that you consciously use this energy. I've made a lot of different videos about Neptune and Pisces. I'm going to link them in either the video or in my description if you'd like to get some more information about this planet and how amazing it can be, even though it can definitely show you the darkest parts. If used and channeled correctly, Neptune can be a healing and something that links us all together. So hopefully you were able to use the transit to the best of your abilities. Thank you guys. And if you want to book a reading with me, you can look in the description, and I'll leave my contact. Thank you.